That indictment landed like a dud, right? Commentators across the spectrum are saying, boy, there's really not much in here, raises all kinds of questions about the legal theory behind this case. They're going to have a tough time facing motions to dismiss. An unimpressive document.
Not what a lot of that audience wanted to hear, probably. Trump, for his part, expected to appear back in court in early December. Where does all of this go from here? Like the timeline, the implications. Joining us now to discuss, the anchor of Fox News Sunday and author of the brand new book, The Love Stories of the Bible Speak, the lovely, the talented Shannon Bream. Shannon, it's great to see you.
It's great to be with you, Guy.
So we've heard all these explanations from various people, experts like you and otherwise like me, about the state of this case, the strength of it. What is your analysis from a legal perspective?
Listen, everybody's going to have to be patient because, like you said, the next time that the former president is due back in court is December 4th. So his legal team is going to have a lot to do between now and then, and they're going to try to get this case booted before it ever goes to trial. There will be motions to dismiss and other legal wrangling, as Andrew McCabe talked about. So they feel like they actually have really good grounds for getting this thing abolished before it ever gets to a judge or a jury. There's also another option that not everybody's, looking into, but it's possible that his defense team could ask for a bench trial. That means it goes to a judge and not a jury. If they feel like they're strong enough on the law and they don't want to take a chance on a jury being more maybe emotionally swayed by how they feel about the former president, they could ask for the judge to be the one to decide this in a bench trial.
That is a fascinating thought that had not occurred to me, but that could make sense. Because the argument would be, let's say they try to get the thing tossed with a dismissal motion that fails, okay, and then they maybe try to get a change of venue. Manhattan is way too biased, hates Donald Trump, the electorate here, we know their history. The argument would be, rather than rolling the dice with citizens in this borough who despise Trump, why not go with the legal expert? But obviously that comes with risk, too. It's all the eggs in one basket of one guy.
Yep. Yeah, and if you feel like on the merits, on the statutory language, on the theory that Alvin Bragg is proposing that, as you saw there, people on the left, right, and center of the political and legal spectrum feel like is a weak, tough case to prove, you may want to go to the judge. Like, come on, judge, you know that there is not enough here. Let's take it and make our case to him. Like you said, I mean, they could, go for a change of venue. That's always possible. They want to get it out of Manhattan if they probably can, because you just don't know with the jury. Now, keep in mind, Alvin Bragg's got to convince a jury. It's got to be unanimous. So if you have even one or two holdouts who, as polling shows really, again, across the spectrum, that people feel like this is motivated by politics, you may have a couple jurors, that's all you need is one, to keep this thing from going to a conviction.
Do you think a dismissal is actually in the realm of possibility? Because there is seemingly agreement among many people across the spectrum. This is really weak sauce. Could they get this thing dismissed?
Yeah, I think there's a good possibility. And Trump's legal team seems pretty confident that that's actually something that could occur in this case. I don't think they're wrong to think that. I think because it's such a novel case and because it has so many critics and it appears to be political, given how Alvin Bragg is treating other misdemeanors and felonies and downgrading them and not prosecuting them in New York, I do think that his legal team is going to have a good opportunity to say to the judge, it just doesn't reach muster to actually get to a trial. And I think a judge who is being objective, as we trust all judges to be, is going to be open to that argument.
Shannon, very quickly, I know we're talking about the next hearing being in December, and they're asking for a trial in January, which is the start of the primary season. Is there just nothing until then, or there'll be motions and other stuff happening in the meantime?
Yeah, and they'll be digging into documents and sharing information and going over witness lists. There are a lot of things, but I do think that those motions to dismiss will come very quickly because they don't even want to get to that December 4th hearing if they can help it.
Shannon Bream, thank you very much.
Good to see you, Guy.